Hello, what's up, guys? Today I'll be taking you guys on the basic trick I've been applying to my codes so far. You understand? So, before that, I would like to start up there is this thing I want to start up the KVMD kitchen sink. I want to take you on a step by step on how you can manipulate the MD icon and get much out of it without big headaches. Um, we simply have to go back here. Yeah, on the terminal here, I'm just quickly gonna type, come on, Python. Yeah, start that again. Yeah, okay, it's back. Python 3.8 face shift main.py. Complete that for me. All right. Yeah, you kind of like press the tab to complete stuff on terminal. I don't like typing everything completely. So I'm gonna start the KVM, the kitchen sink. And let's see how that goes. Let's see the list of icons they have. And from the list of icons they have, we'll check whether there are some missing things that would like to add, but they don't have it. And how do we add those that we don't have? Yeah. I've read through many posts on Reddit, on GitHub questions, on Facebook. I've not seen any on WhatsApp. Some people have also asked me personally on Discord. Have anybody asked me on Telegram? I don't think so. It should be up by now. Yeah, here it is. I know it should be up. It just went behind the sink. I don't know. So this is KPM the kitchen sink. Uh, let's look for the icons. The icons. Okay, there they are. Now these are all the whole list of icons you can find in KVMD. That is the whole icon KVMD included in their source code, right? Now I'm gonna look for something here. Category. As you can see, we're not seeing anything like category. And also, I'm gonna look for search. Search, we have account search, data search, blah 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 search. But I want that big magnifying glass. They called it the magnify, right? I'm seriously having Qatar. This is the name of the search, magnify. Yeah. And also looking at these icons, you'll discover that they are not really nice looking. As a man looking at it, you'll discover that, oh, this is not actually how I want my icon to look like. I want it to look more beautiful to the eye, more shaped like Google material icons, something like that. We Google stuff. So since most of what we are looking for are not here, something like I searched for category and we didn't see that. Amazon should be here. Okay, Amazon should be here. Um, category food. We have food, but not all what I'm looking for is not even here. It's not here. So how do we figure all these things out? But first of all, before we drop to the code, I have to take you to the web and show you some icons, some miracles we could perform from there, right? So I'm gonna pull up the web. Yeah. So this is the website. The site is font.google.com/icons. I'm gonna be putting the link on the description below. You could download the code. You could download the font. If you want to download the font, click on Get Repository. It should take you to this place. Yeah, just load up. Yeah, it should take you to this place. So, but that's not our thing right now. We still get to that. Now look at all these icons. Now they call theirs search. All right. These are square faced, aligned. They are kind of like not so sharp, but just in a block form. And I hate block stuffs. Let's take a look at the rounded icons. All right. This is a little bit. Look at this home. Let's check the outline version of it. It doesn't look, and I guess KVMD has this particular one on their source code, but I don't know whether they downloaded it from here. I don't really know, but We have the field version. I still don't like it the way it's looking. I love the rounded. The rounded look much more, at least there is kind of like a curve shape around this home. It has series of icons. Now let me search for my category. Remember, I wanted to include category at my source code, but I'm not saying category. So let me search for my category here. Yeah, here's my category. Now, if you want to build your own custom icons, you could use icon moon. Yeah, icon moon. Let me quickly pull up the whatever. It's a plugin in Google Chrome. So this is it. This is the icon one. You can go here and design your own custom icon. So let's get back to business. Now I would like to plug this into my code, but before we do that, we have to go through some basic step of MDIcon. Let's first understand how MDIcon works. Let's look into MDIcon and see what we can achieve out of that. Some people don't actually know that MDIcon is a label in disguise. Yeah, it's a label, just that for you to output that icon in it, that is for you to impute an icon, you have to change the Unicode. Is it a Unicode? You have to get the Unicode unique character. I think in Python is called UNICHR. I can't, yeah, unique character, whatever thing it is called, you have to translate it to an icon, um, UTF, whatever. I can't remember though, but you have to translate it to that. It gives you a number. That number matches with the icon in the TTFI. If it doesn't match, you'll get a square shape. No, if it doesn't exist on that, you will get an empty text, like nothing is there. But if the icon is there, but your KV cannot render it, it will show you a square box. But let's get down to business. I'm taking you to code. Let's understand the basics of MDIcon. It's very, very important. Why should I close that? I'm going to switch over here and yeah, move here. So I wrote a simple code at first. We're going to run this code and we're going to see, mind you, just whatever that is in ash color, just ignore them. Whether ash or black, whatever color it is, I call them ash. Whatever that is in there, ignore them. Focus on the ones that are showing, all right? Because I'm not even making use of the ash colored codes. So focus. All right, we have the MDIcon. I'm going to run this code. We're going to see a search icon on this application that is going to appear right now. Who's shouting me on WhatsApp? Nobody. Okay, just our group chat. Give him the group chat. Yeah. Okay, get it down. Yeah, I don't know. It loves going behind the scene. It loves going behind the scene because I'm using my camera. So this is the search icon, right? Now, if I want to include my magnify, my search icon for material, Google, whatever, or I want to include my category, there are things I need to understand. Now, let's look at the things we need to understand right now. I'm going to press Ctrl B. For those of you who are not using PyCharm, you might not know what I did right now. Ctrl B helps you to view the source code of a particular code. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the source code of this guy. As you can see, MDIcon is a child of MDLabel. All right. So it has every properties of it, except that during the write-up of the code, they replaced icon with text. Right? They didn't say icon is equals to text. It's just that you get the value of icon and then put it in text. But you can skip that process and give text its own value. But before that, let's just move. Source. Okay, source allows you to view picture. Yeah, if you want to include a picture, I think so. Maybe, maybe not. But let's look at the KV code and see whether it is a picture or not. KV code, where are you? Okay, this is the MDIcon, right? So we have properties here. We have the font style. Font style is always an icon font style, right? Now we have the text. Now remember what I told you about, if you type in anything on the icon, it plugs it in on the text. See the U again. Let me quickly browse what Unicode character is on Google. Let's see. No harm in trial. What is the use of U before a string in Python? Yeah, the prefix U in front of the quote indicates that a Unicode string is to be created. I told you. I told you. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to include a special character in the string, you can do so using Python Unicode character escape or whatever. So, no harm in checking. Yeah, I know that today. Officially. Yeah. Okay, now look at it here. Self.icon. It says Unicode.format, blah, blah, blah. You remember if, well, this is Python, everybody should know that. No need to explain log stories. So it plugs in self.icon here. Whatever thing, whatever icon name you gave it, it's going to plug it in here. And mind you, you're still going to look further for it. Look at this thing here. If self.icon in MDIcon, if the icon is in MDIcons, it should show it. Else, it should show an empty string. Remember what I told you, when you type in something and it doesn't exist there, it's going to show you an empty black, right? Now, let's look at what appears in MDIcons. MDIcons, MDIcons. Yeah, I'm in KVMD source code right now. How did I import that thing? Icon definition, yeah. So this is the whole icons. Yeah, this is the source code for the icon. Now, every icon that exists has a Unicode character matching it. A key. The key is the name, right? The name is what you type in, and whenever you type in the name, the MDIcon widget or class is going to use the key to get the Unicode character. If it doesn't find the key, it's not gonna give you anything because it's going to return empty, right? Because nothing exists on there. So you have A/B testing, you have this. Now let's look for magnify. Let's look for the stupid number that matches magnify. Magnify. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now this is magnify. This is the number that accompanies magnify. We don't have serious business with that. Oh, concerns over that. Nothing. All we have to do is carry on with our life. So this is the way it works. MDIcon searches for the key you imputed. So whatever you are typing in MDIcon is a key. So let's get back to business. I'm gonna close this down. So right now we fully understand the way this thing works. I remember I said about source. Source is a picture, I think so. So because here source is being plugged in on the rectangle. And whatever you plug in on the rectangle, source is a picture. You could include a picture as an icon on your MDIcon, right? Let's say you have the icon in form of a picture. You could put it there. So if self the source else, no. Let's continue back to our code. Now we fully understand how this thing works. Okay. And also, I forgot to tell you something. Yeah. It says MD label. We are inheriting from MD label, right? MD label is inheriting from label, right? Let's see the source code of label. Let's see the source code of label. Source code of label contains markup, text. Yeah, text. And you can use markup to edit the text to suit whatever thing you want. Let's see what they said about markup. Yeah, if true, the text will be rendered using the blah blah blah. You can change the style of the text using tags. It's just like HTML tags, right? You can use HTML tags to change the style, or CSS to change how the text looks like. Give it this color, give it that color, give it this, make it go to the next line, break it, paragraph it, or whatever. Those you can use in KV2. So you have to Google up the markup tags in Kiwi. Google it up and see all of them. I can't call all of them right now. We're in the middle of a tutorial. So since we have both these powers in our hand, what can we do next is going to actually marvel you. What we're going to do next is gonna trip the whole world. Now I found these on Kiwi. Let me call this Kiwi Ico. No, Kiwi Garden. Yeah. Let's look into Kiwi Garden. I found a source code there that I have to edit. Not a source code. Is it a source code? I don't know whether it is a source code or not. Ah, no, not you. I wasn't looking for you. I was looking for the garden. Did they entirely remove it? Giving Garden Gallery. Yeah. I'm looking for Ico font. Ico font just appear right now. Okay, look at it here. I'm going to open this source code. Yeah. Last time it was updated was 5 years ago. Seriously, 5 years ago. So what we're going to do right now is take the source code and do whatever we want with it. The source code should be inside here, I guess, in it. No, this is an example. Am I right? It's an example. This is the code. Now, what this code can do for you is that it can give you the same thing KVMD icon gives you, right? But it's kind of like allows you to choose your own custom font. But this actually applies to label only. But since MD label is a child of label, right? MDIcon is a child of MD label. So MDIcon is a grandchild of label. Oh my god. Inheritance keeps moving on. If it's shitting, MDIcon is gonna shit. If it's pooping, MDIcon is gonna poop. So that way we're gonna get what we want to get. Let's see how this code works. No need to read the code. The only important thing is these two fractals. Yeah, these three. No, this one is not necessary to us because we won't be calling it. We only call those three upstairs. And you might not want to use this code. Why do I not want to use this code? Because this code is not going to get you what you want with Google Font. Yeah, Google Font. Now, let me show you what Google Font has that code doesn't have. This makes use of code points. I don't know what they mean. I don't know which file extension holds code points and code points, right? Look at the way it is, right? Icon font makes use of CSS. What do I mean by CSS? How is an icon existing in the CSS? I don't know that. When you design icons with Ico Moon, that plugin that I recently showed you guys, when you design icon with it, whenever you're exporting it, whenever you're downloading or exporting it out, it is downloading it as a zip file. Inside that zip file, it contains, come on, don't do this to me again, don't you ever. Yeah, good boy. My system always hangs. I don't know. So I'm looking for icon moon. And what was I saying? Please, someone remind me. ICO back. Yes. Icon moon. I hate searching. It takes a whole lot of time. No need. No need. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is the zip file, right? I'm going to right click the zip file. No need to right click. When you extract it, it's already in this format. No need to kill ourselves. No, is it? No, this is not the format I was looking for. Oh my god, I wasn't looking for that format. I swear on my kids. Do I have kids? I don't have. I mean, my born kids. I don't have any born kids. IJK EFGHIJ. Yeah, there it is. Icon on zip. Now I'm going to open this zip file. Let's see what's on the inside. What's on the inside is going to change what's on the outside. Let's see how it presents its CSS file. We're going to understand the way icon fonts build their stuff and the way we're going to fix things, because different websites or different tools build out fonts in different ways. What they will end up actually doing is just giving you the .ttf file or WOP or EOT or whatever thing they call it. What they are interested in is giving you this actually. But for icon fonts, for icon fonts to be able to understand this guy, that TTF file, it's first understand the style of the CSS file. There's another CSS file in this. Is there any other CSS file? No, I don't know. But whenever you open the CSS file, one thing you should be looking for is these guys down here. From here down here. Now watch something. There's something similar to the Google icon codes. Yeah, the Google code points code. There is something similar. Now look closely. You see the name here, right? Forget the before, forget the content. Focus on the name, focus on the number. Focus on the name, focus on the number. This number is going to be converted to a Unicode character. Now let's look at Google's own. Come on. Yeah. Google, where are you? Focus on the name, focus on the number. These are the focus you need to get out, right? So I have to kind of like re-implement the source code of icon font to be able to suit Google's code point, because I want to use their font too. It's free of charge, not paid, and you don't have the right to sell it. Yeah, don't sell it. I'm not selling, even if I'm not selling my application, right? Yeah, selling my application is not selling the icons. All right. So, what's next? Where was that before I got confused? Moving back to icon fonts. Where is that goddamn source code? Our concern is no longer this. We're moving to my own code, right? But before that, let's first understand how this guy does this thing. This create font dictionary, right? Accepts two things, right? CSS file name and output file name. That is the style of CSS and blah 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 dot font D. Remember to name it. Your output must be ended in font D. You can give it any other extension file, but for me, I would like you to keep the pressure the way it is. Just like you can write a Python code inside a Java file. Yeah, just write any Python code, save it in a Java file name, and type Python 3.8 main.java, and see your code will still run. It's just that, yeah, it will still run. It's concerned about the content on the inside of the file, not the name of the file. So, but it's good to keep that font D name to be precise. So let's get back to business. I'm feeling high right now. I don't know why I'm feeling so high, and my body is moving like crazy. Now look, remember I'm going to be putting this code out here, out on the my gist repo, so that you guys can download it if you want. I did not say you should open now. Yeah, icon fonts. Now look at the extra thing I added down here. Passe. There are two passe if you could look closely. The first one is one that converts CSS file. The second one is one that converts code point name. So here it doesn't matter what you put, whether you put a CSS. Just forget that the CSS file name is there. I just left it that way. You just have to put the CSS file or code point. So it's going to check from the extension. If the extension ends with .css, it's going to run this first passe. If it is the second, it is going to run the second passe. It just works that way. Yeah, and I have to code this guy to understand and see the code point and translate it into a dictionary. Yeah, all we need is a dictionary. Look at the way it outputs the dictionary here. Yeah, this is a font. This is the JSON file though, but it ends with a font D. Yeah, let me show you that name. Yeah, font D. It's a JSON file in a font D file format. So, but leave it that way. Let's get back to business. I'm gonna close this guy, and I'm gonna close this guy. Simply is, how do I use this code? Stop stacking long stories and stop confusing our life here. The reason why I'm explaining all of this is because in case you want to get access to more fonts and they are in different file names, you might get error. Serious one. Or your code might not even compile at all. As in, it might give you something weird, something different, and everybody will still come up with question. This doesn't work, that doesn't work. So first we have to create the font. But for us to create the font, we don't need to create it on our code. Create it separately. Unless you want to automatically do that, you have tons of fonts to generate from the server. Send it to your code will turn it there. You'll turn them into font D the way Kiwi is going to understand, and then carry on. That's not what I want. What I want right now is to open this. No, not open you. I'm not opening you. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna open my terminal, right? Yeah, it takes a lot of time for this stupid nigga to open up. I have a slow fucking system. It's not my fault. So, ls to make sure that my echo font exists. So I'm gonna do something like this. First of all, I'm going to remove that text. It's of no use to me. So I'm going to do something like this. Python 3.8. First of all, what is the folder? Let me get the file location of this guy, of these fonts, because it is in my Scratch file, not among my project files. I don't need to create more fonts in my project files. Copy path. Yeah, Python 3.8. So I made this in such a way that you can add argument to it straightforward. Where's my echo font? As you can see down here, you can run it this way, or you could import the code and pass in the values yourself. So you can pass in the values from here. Icon font complete, please. Yeah. Then first argument is the file name. Which one of you am I gonna be converting? Remember, I downloaded both of, no, where's my, okay, this, Jesus Christ, where's the code point? I didn't have the code point. I think I downloaded this somewhere. I get the source code, like I made a clone of the source code. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's gonna suck a little bit, but we're gonna have to hold on a little bit. Wait for the motherfucker to load, and then look for material. Where's my material? Yeah. So I'm looking for fonts. Open. You wanna open? Yeah, it's not opening. Hanging my ass out. Okay. My fault, boy. My fault. We have material icon regular, blah blah blah. I'm going to convert. Which one of you have not converted before? I'm gonna go for the sharp, right? So I'm gonna take this, the code point. Only what you need is the code point. Remember to first of all copy this guy to the font folder where you want to be calling your font from. This is an OTF file. It doesn't matter whether it is the TTF or OTF. Both of them will still show. Yeah, believe my words. Kiwi loves them both. So I'm going to copy OTF file to this place and say paste. All right. Yeah, I know I'm taking my step by I know I'm taking my time step by step running this code from A to Z because There are people are here still gonna ask questions. Yeah, it's good to ask questions where you are finding things difficult, but clearly watch the video from A to Z. Please do not skip. If you skip, whether I'm talking is boring or not, if you skip, you're gonna find yourself in a big trouble asking questions again. It's not working for me. It's working for me. Okay, now I've copied the material icon, blah blah blah. I'm going to copy the code point, copy location. I want to copy just the location, which I will paste. Yeah, I'm gonna paste it here. Then where do you want to output it? I want to output it on the same folder as this font. I wanna go for the absolute part, right? Yeah, not a relative. So when you put that, I'm going to name this. So what's the name? Yeah, interesting. Excuse me, I'll be back in a jiffy. Yeah, who's on my door? Okay, back to business. Yeah, someone was just knocking on my door. Um, so I'm going to put this. I'm gonna put it at the same name and name it dot font D. So I'm going to run this code right now, and it's going to generate a dictionary of my whole Unicode character with your name, just as the one you are seeing right here. Let me hit the enter button. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Is it? OMG. What am I not seeing? Why am I not seeing my code? This is insane. It should be here. I know it should be here. Okay, let's do something. LS LSY. LS this guy. Ctrl C. Ctrl V. Yeah, it is there. Just that PyCharm takes time to show it. I don't know what's wrong with PyCharm. PyCharm is still fucking on with my life. But I can show you guys here by saying cat. No. Cat. Ctrl Shift V. Material. Face. Face. We're gonna have to find out that place for your face. All right. Font D. Yeah, as you can see, there's a dictionary on the inside. So for now, we don't care whether there is a dictionary or not now. Due to PyCharm, takes time for it to appear here. I don't know why they messed up the whole thing taking time. All right, but let's get back to our code. Yeah, I could say something like this. os.list comma directory. Yeah, then I'll say font. Yeah, just list the font for me. I'm going to run it. While it is running, it's going to tell me what and words are actually there. Let me just perfect and make sure that PyCharm is saying, or my code is saying that material icon sharp regular dot font D. Yeah, it takes a lot of million years for the stuffs to come up. Okay, it's up. Now let's check whether it exists. Oh, I didn't say print. Yeah, my bad. Print. I'm going to run it again. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, we can see it's there. Fuck PyCharm. Everybody give a middle finger to Python for this. Okay. What's next? We have to register this font D. Come on. And I love you to appear. Ah, well, I'm not begging you anymore. If you like appear, if you like don't appear, I'm not gonna link it bad for you to appear. I'm going to register this font name. So we're going to call upon the folder. I'm simply gonna say wait again. I've forgotten what to put first. The name, the TTF file, and the font D file name. No, what's the name? Font name identifier. That is the name of the font name, the TTF file name, the font D file name. Yeah. So you can choose whatever you like to be the name. I'll call it material, right? I'll call it material. And I'm gonna put a comma and say, what's the file name? TTF file name is font. Oh god, is it fonts? Yeah, fonts slash. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit copy and paste from here. Is the name. Control C. We are gonna do. What's the font define name? That. Okay. First of all, you have to register the font to make it accessible globally on your whole Kiwi file. Yeah. So that icon, there is this guy can be able to access it. Yeah. If you register it, this guy can be able to access it from anywhere. Let's get back to code. You can register as many font name as you like. Yeah, as many as you like. So right now we have registered this. If we want to use it here, I'll simply name this guy text. Remember I said MDIcon is a child of MDLabel. MDLabel is a child of label. So what do we have to lose? Nothing. So icon, and I'm gonna put my category in here, right? Yeah, that's all. And let's see if category is gonna pop up. Remember, KVMD does not have category. Yeah, KVMD does not have my face. I could make an icon of my face and put on the icon list, right? Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Font. Yeah. Fonts. Ah. Let's see category pop up. Oh, it's showing me an Android. Cool. And how's that for yeah? How is that for you? Not really cool for me. Not really. Something is missing somewhere. Something is missing somewhere, guys. Um, Let me first of all check with label. Label for sure would work. MD label. Oh, 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 oh. Markup. Remember what I said about markup? I forgot that entirely. So true. Let's see my icon appear like a baby. Hey babe, open up. Yeah, there's my lovely icon looking at my face. It's so tiny. We can give it something like this. Font style. Font style is equal to icon. Make it a little more bigger. Yeah. But why is MDIcon not working? People wanna eat my head. People wanna eat my head. Oh, this should not work. And why is Android appearing instead of my text? Let's see this. Let's see this. Now sometimes you got to trick Kiwi to give you what you want. Yeah. I'm gonna say icon. I'm gonna copy color to icon. Is equal to this, right? Um, I'm going to say ic.text is equals to icon category return ic. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Working, working. Why is it disturbing at first? Remember, when you create MDIcon for the first time, right? And I don't know why it's okay. It has Android by default. Yeah, when you create a whatever MDIcon for the first time, whatever you put on the icon is being assigned to text immediately, right? The text, whatever you put to text is assigned first. Then icon is assigned second. So which means it is going to overwrite the text you imputed there. That is where it's going to override it. So for you to include it straightforward, you need to do it the way I did it. Create it first, let the icon assign that Android whatever. Then lastly, you're going to include yours. Now, what if you have multiple files? If you have multiple files, then you have to include the font name. The font name. So which means if you say category, you put a comma, say font name, font name is equals to material. Oh, yeah. Font name is equals to material, and you have to run it. And let's see, bomb shakalaka, bomb shakalaka is still, yeah, it should still work that way. Yeah, it's working. Let me call this guy Saj. Let me see how the Saj of this guy looks like. Yeah, remember this is sharp. Yeah, I love the rounded. Do I use the sharp? Remember on the file name. Wow, I love this icon. It's more circle, and let me put this on parallel run so that we can differentiate between the icon of MD give MD and this guy. Come on, yeah. Say okay. So the other one is running. I'm just gonna have to put first to this guy. say icon equals to magnify, comma. So I'm going to run this guy again. So we can look at both icon, but like, oh, there's no difference between this. This line is not on the center. This is on the center. This one feels like, well, my head is falling off. This one is more normal. So this is it, guys. This is it, guys. So um next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to manipulate the icon on MD button icon, manipulate the icon on AKVMD, and that is AKVMD button navigation. Let me show you guys what I did. So I was working on this second project of mine. Yeah, it's something that kind of like is going to boost a business a little bit. So let's start pretty soon, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this guy down here, as you can see the category, I kind of like put a custom icon here. This is not the normal icon KVMD uses. AKVMD uses the normal icon KVMD uses, but I modified mine to use these custom icons. So maybe next tutorials, I'm going to be showing you guys how all of this shit works, and how you can use your own thing instead of using something that is imposed on you. No, you don't. You need to be free. That's why we call it open source. Yeah. Okay, see you guys on my next tutorial.